And David is on stream. We also do a business together, and we have a music channel where you can go here and see all this amazing music that mostly David's doing. And when I have time, I will get onto the music channel as well. So go have a listen to some of the music we have, and if you like it and you want to commission a sample, a new one, we can get you some new music for yourself. If the stream will actually work, I'm not really sure what's wrong with my internet. It's a little sample of what we do. You actually use this from my presentation on nuclear war on my other channel. This one. So this topic of life after, we used to on this one here. You know what? We can just leave this stream in the background a little bit while we talk about portfolio. So our last portfolio we did, we were like mid-April, and we were actually in the green for the year, and it's been an absolutely brutal year this year so far. We just did the war continued to mess us up even after we managed to get to break even, and just basically inflation just totally wrecked the portfolio for the remainder of the year. Now today we're actually up about 3%, so this will be more like minus 11% for the whole year. And I'm just going to look at some of the major positions that basically affected that. So this month we actually opened a new position in ExxonMobil. Several reasons in that. Basically, we had quite a pullback from the oil price, and oil as a commodity seems something that's going to be more and more. I don't really see the price dropping down too much, to be honest, from about 90 barrels. So we got this here a few days ago, and we're already up 3.6%. Okay, so I'm going to camera the music now. Here we go. And I wonder if Radical joined, because he was always a good laugh to have on the podcast talking about markets. We'll see. So let's just look at a little bit of our history. So we've been a little bit of a busy boy this past 3 months. So we're tried to get into a little bit of shorting, and so let's just make sure we get there. So that was mid-April, the last portfolio update. So we were one of these 6 months. So mid-April we were about here. So tried to get into Corbus. I got out, shaked out the market, lost 10% in that. Applied Materials, I got into that, but I got shaken out. We got rid of our Apple stock, which was actually a good decision because they dropped in quite a bit. We got into ARK a little bit there. We lost 3% on that. We closed Bitcoin in profit when Bitcoin, we thought we were at the bottom, but we didn't quite get the bottom of the Bitcoin market. We got rid of one of our BABA positions, which was actually a good price to get rid of. It dropped down further, but I think actually now BABA has recovered quite a bit. We sold this position here. We sold a Wells Fargo position, but I got quite nervous with Wells Fargo for some reason. I'm trying to see how if that was the correct decision. So I sold that at 39, and it is now okay. Well, anyway, I got nervous when it was dipping with some volatility, and I just got shaken out. We actually closed one of our BMW positions, which I didn't really want to do, but we basically got out pretty much break even because we sold one of our positions that was dividends. So that's what's going on there. So we have reduced our exposure to BMW overall, but we still have quite a significant amount of BMW. We also closed a little bit of our GSK, which again, I just kind of wanted to reduce my overall exposure to that stock. But we still do have quite a significant amount of it. And actually today, I'll talk a little bit about this demerger that happened. We tried to short some of the big tech things. We tried to get into American Airlines and that. That was a bit, I got shaken out as well. I got afraid of the market, and I got out of that position. And I bet you it's up now because I sold it at, we sold it at 12.8 and it's going to be 14. Yep. Yeah, I was too afraid of more losses there. Well, this Whiting Petroleum, that was sold automatically. I wanted to keep that. So that's not one of the reasons why we got into ExxonMobil to get back into the oil business, but we made a healthy profit on that, holding that WLL for about over 2 or 3 years, I think. Not even on there anymore. Ah. Oh, nice way. Okay, so what else did we do? We tried to get back into a little bit of Aston Martin, but then we got shaked out a little bit. We got in at 400 and we sold a little bit of loss. But today, Aston Martin is flying to the moon. I think it's like 500 or something. So AML. So yeah, that was a little bit of a missed opportunity, but we still have a kind of large Aston Martin position anyway, so it's all good. We also, what I've learned is basically that I am very weak at shorting the market. I should basically not short the market, just to be on good with my strategy. So let's look at some of the assets over the past 3 months, see where things are going. So let's just open up. Actually, first let's open up our portfolio. Right, so basically our ExxonMobil position is doing good for us. That's now our largest position, just over BMW that we dropped down from 6% to 4.6%. And so these are kind of like, all our biggest positions are in the red, unfortunately. Ocado, I rode it all the way up a little bit and then sold some of it for profit and then got back into it and kind of down a bit on that. GSK, actually, we should be pretty much break even on that because the demerger happened and eToro haven't given me the money for that. They didn't actually give us the option to have shares for GSK, so like I've forgotten the name of it, but there's another spin out company, and so this percentage actually should have been, it was green yesterday, but because GSK has now gone down, let me just check to see the price of it. So GSK is actually, so minus 17%. So we should get that value back in refunds. I don't know how long it'll be, maybe 1 or 2 weeks or something like that. GSK, we are in the green of that. Like it says, that'll come in a few days, the actual money for it. Gold, we opened up a gold position because I just feel like gold is good long term. It's the best hedge against inflation. Probably we just think that there's been some paper manipulation in gold in the markets. We hopefully one day the banks will fail in the sense of they'll stop being able to keep the price of gold suppressed. So we're about 9%, 10%, 11% of our portfolio is in gold, and it's still the case. I still believe in gold. So let's just look at some of our biggest positions in terms of by the way, crypto. We got into some crypto again. We got into another Solana position recently, and so we recovered back a lot of losses when we got in about $30 for it with it. And we also opened up Ethereum, a position there, and I think that maintains my 100% track record with Ethereum. So we're nice. That's a nice run up for us. And also QD today is up a crazy amount. Like it was up at one point like 80%, and then today it's sort of it's about hovering around 40%. So the reason that we've got back into crypto is that if we go to Bitcoin, we're at getting close to, I think, a crypto winter in a sense. So we have sort of these crazy pullbacks, and then we have this sort of period of oscillation around this sort of mean level, and then there's another halving moment. So, but then again, we don't know what future will look like. So that we could be too early or too late, and so about 2023 is another halving moment. So maybe this thing will run kind of a secure level. For me, this is sort of a secure-ish level to get into. That's why we got into Ethereum here. And so hopefully this will play out well. And maybe, you never know, it might just go up again, continue this bull run. Nobody really knows, to be honest, but that's why we just thought it was a risk-off situation to get back in Ethereum at that level. And also, I believe we got some XRP at the level and Dogecoin around 0.7. And that's what's going on. Dogecoin, got a bit of Luna there. Shiba, and MicroStrategy, we got that as well because that is basically almost like an ETF of crypto, but that's been a lovely open for us. We got that MicroStrategy at about 42% in about a week and a half or something, so that's fantastic. And let's just see. Okay, So if we go to the last 3 months, we can just sort of see in general how our assets are doing. So we did our last podcast around mid-April. And so we didn't have ExxonMobil at this time. We got an ExxonMobil just about here. And in the last 3 months, the Nasdaq has basically continued to fall from there to there. I'm not sure what that is in percentage, but it's almost like 15 or 20%. So we haven't. I think we're actually doing better than the market, to be honest. Doing a bit better than Nasdaq and the S&P and the Dow Jones. So anyway, let's just go back to 6 months and let's just look at some of the assets. So we basically compare our mid-April and see what happened to the assets. So we've got quite a few German stocks, and then this time the war in Russia and Ukraine has continued to drag the market down. Our gold positions have basically also suffered with, probably because of inflation, and the market's anticipating that the gold will continue to grow. So that's why that is fallen, and that's really hurt our portfolio a little bit. Ethereum, we basically got in around the bottom, which is good. We had some Matic positions as well, but we got them up quite high, so we've kind of suffered a bit, and then we're kind of growing back up again. Solana, we can see here that I had a Solana position that opened at about 80 or something, and so that was minus like 50%. Then we got back in about 30, and so we're kind of hopefully seeing that one ride up. Our UK stocks, we've got quite a lot of exposure to the UK market, so we've also suffered with that from the mid-April point. If I can just press down here. Yes, we can. Alliance has also suffered for us. Hugo Boss has kept sort of break even. BMW has also kind of just lost a little bit. But sometimes BMW just looks a little bit shaky. I'm not really sure why it doesn't. It's great price earnings ratio. It just sort of keeps a sort of steady line, but it has these moments where it dips. That was like COVID there, and I'm not sure where it's going to go. I love the company. I've got the car. I like the technology, but sometimes it's just a bit shaky. Let me just check my chat messages to make sure that my chat's running, so I don't miss anyone's. Right, cool. Right, so let's see. So Rheinmetall, this has been we've not actually sold any positions yet, but we got that about 2 years ago. That has maintained its value. I'm not really sure even I want to sell that stock. It's up to you if you copiers don't want to hold that position or take profit. It's up to you, but I haven't decided yet if I want to sell and take profit on that. Aston Martin basically really had it for 2 years, and it's lost about 80% of its value. But the last couple of weeks, the last week's actually been alright to get a little bit of recovery. So instead of being minus 80%, we're like minus 40%. So there's been some crazy fluctuations on that stock today. Look at that dip there. Capita, been a good 3 months for Capita. We're working a long term on that one. Cineworld, bad. Centrica, been good for us. Nice targets, probably 200 for that. Greg's been bad. Probably inflation, cost of goods. I've already covered GSK. IEG has been bad. Sort of bad. Inflation hurts people's ability to travel. Cado also, that really sucks. Hopefully that needs to rebound, because that's been a lovely stock on the way up, but on the way down it's been very. Well, that's basically a COVID stock, wasn't it? That was a real COVID stock. That. Look at it there from COVID. Woo. Yeah, disappointing. Very disappointing. TUI also disappointing. That's hurt us quite a bit. I've got some currencies that I use for personal reasons. Gold has been bad. Look at that Barrick Gold, went from 30 down to 23. The census hurt us a little bit. Just the whole market is bleeding. ARC, yep, not so good. IRO, bad. Baba, okay, quite good that one. Baidu, good. Boxlight, bad. Coinbase was good. I think we're just sort of break even almost on that one. Ford, bad. GDX, bad. I mean, just gold, just really hated gold this year, so I have gold bad, GDX bad, GLD bad. Robinhood, actually, we're just under break even on that stock, I think. Hertz was hurt. MicroStrategy was good. We got it right at the bottom. QFIN okay. Race was kind of bad. Ship bad. TBLT bad. Just scam stock, I think. That really is just horrible what they're doing to the shareholders. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable behavior. Shopify is kind of average. It's just kind of oh well. But that's pretty much all we want to cover in terms of the positions that we're holding. Not really much more we can say. Basically, the benefit of our portfolio is we haven't lost as much money as the market, and that isn't probably the most exciting thing that people want to hear. What somebody say, but it's basically is what it is. So making some posts here about GSK, how eToro pays a refund. So yeah, so hopefully we're at the bottom, folks, and we'll start to recover at the end of the year. That's I'm going to stick to the same strategy we have right now. I don't have a plan to do anything too drastic. Apart from what we've done, we've opened that position in ExxonMobil, which has been it's a big deal. It's 4.6% portfolio, and we're just going to chill, try and recover. So if anybody got any questions, if not, I will just end the stream. But thanks very much for watching, and let's keep the markets, keep it tight, keep it on form, and make a recovery this year. Hopefully this year we'll be able to get back to break even. If not, and not too far behind break even for the year.